New at 6, reaction from the Abington police chief after a judge threw out a second case linked to a competition between officers in his department.
It is a story that we first reported on more than a year ago. The suspect's attorney asked for more details about the arrest competition. And tonight in a story you'll see only on Fox 25, the chief talks to our Robert Goulston about the information he provided.
The Brockton District Court judge threw out a second criminal case brought by Abington Police.
Motion to dismiss is allowed.
We are not identifying the suspect in the previous case or today's case because the charges were dropped.
All right, sir, you're free to go.
Attorney Patrick Gannon has asked Abington Police in 2 different cases to provide more information about an arrest contest the chief authorized. We first told you about the competition more than a year ago after obtaining emails where the chief set the prize as extra time off for the most arrests. When we first looked into this arrest competition inside the Abington Police Department, we found out the chief tried to do it 2 times, once in 2009 and then again in 2015. In a 2009 email, the chief wrote, "I would like to see who can come up with the most physical arrests and have at it. Have a good time, be creative, assist each other, and then relax for 3 days on us."
In the state of Massachusetts, you can't have contests.
On behalf of 2 clients arrested by Abington PD, Gannon requested all of the chief's emails about the contest, but he says he never got them.
We'll certainly provide anything that they might need. Absolutely nothing to hide here.
The chief says his department handed over everything requested, and he's unclear why the judges still tossed both cases. Emails and memos about this incentive program, is that what was handed over?
Everything was handed over, correct.
Attorney Gannon says he had strong defenses for both clients either way, but says the arrests were not fair in the first place.
If I'm having a contest, I think human nature is it may have swayed them one way or the other.
The Plymouth County DA's office telling us they do plan to refile charges in the case that was thrown out today. In Abington, Robert Goulston.
Cases thrown out of court because police held contest for arrests, which chief denied happened. Kelly Patterson broke a story in 2015 about the Massachusetts police chief who was offering his police officers a weekend off for the most arrest. According to Patterson's story, in the spirit of the holidays, Chief David Majensky of the Abington Police Department, in Massachusetts, sent out an email to motivate his officers proposing a friendly competition to see who could kidnap the most people within the month of October. The winner was to receive a weekend off in November as a bounty. Somehow encouraging cops within their city to find any excuse they could to pad their arrest numbers didn't sit well with the citizens of Abington. Although the competition is supposed to be voluntary according to Chief Majensky, it raised obvious questions about the effect it might have on the perceived objectivity of police officers and the fact that it created a de facto quota system. I also did a write-up a few days later when more information came out stating the same chief had done this in the past. From that post, Majensky must not have realized this or doesn't comprehend the legal issues his contest brings in a court of law. Nevertheless, this shouldn't be a breaking realization to us because all police have a motive and bias against people. This one was just clearly written on paper, or via email. We all know that a police officer would lose their job if they didn't write any tickets at all. Nobody knows the number of tickets police officers have to write to keep their jobs, but we know what cops will do if told, or incentivized, to write more. They write more. And just as Patterson and I both suspected, the legal troubles followed. Yet, it took nearly 2 years to catch up to the chief, whom I cannot believe still has his job. According to FOX25, a judge has thrown out 2 criminal cases after an attorney says the Abington Police Department and Plymouth County District Attorney failed to provide information about an arrest competition. Something the defense attorney planned to build his case around. The attorney representing 2 people arrested in Abington said the chief refused to provide details of the competition, leading the judge to approve his motion to have the charges thrown out. The Brockton District Court judge threw out a second criminal case brought by Abington Police. We are not identifying the suspects in either case because the charges were dropped. Attorney Patrick Gannon asked Abington Police in 2 different cases to provide more information about an arrest contest the chief authorized. FOX25 first told you about the competition more than a year ago after obtaining emails, in which the chief set the prize as extra time off for the most arrests. In a 2009 email, Chief David Majensky wrote, "I would like to see who can come with the most physical arrests, have at it, have a good time, be creative, assist each other and then relax for 3 days on us." In the state of Massachusetts you can't have contests, Gannon said. On behalf of 2 clients arrested by Abington police, Gannon requested all of the chief's emails about the contest, but never got them. "If I'm being paid to make as many arrests as I can for a weekend off, a jury needs to hear that there may have been an incentive," Gannon said. "My first thought is how many more arrests should have been dropped, but those arrested took plea deals. These can't be the only 2 from that time frame. And while the dismissals is good news, people need to read between lines here." The lawyer said, "If I'm being paid to make as many arrests as I can for a weekend off, a jury needs to hear that." Well, aside from the weekend off part, what difference is there from doing this as a contest or ticketing as many people just to keep your job? This is what police do, they generate revenue. Contest or not. It should also be noted that Majensky refused to provide the emails requested and didn't show up to court, due to a funeral, but if you or I would try that with a judge, we'd find ourselves in bright orange.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheep up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if some, if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave a, let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt-free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.